Good morning, everybody. There's something my mom used to say when I was younger, and that is health is wealth. And ain't that the truth? There's so many lifestyle diseases that keep coming up, and a lot of times it boils down to our lifestyle, what we're eating. And that's exactly what we're talking about today. Health, diet, do they work, do they not? What should we follow, what should we throw out? And we've got experts in the building to share tips with us today. But before we even dive into the conversation, there's something you need to know. There's an app called My Dawa. They also have a website, which I'm sure you've visited by now, but in case you haven't, it's okay. There's always today. You can check them out. They have a wealth of products, especially in the health and wellness space. So if you're looking for, I don't know, you name it, like maybe supplements, something to sort of just up your intake of a certain vitamin, they've got it. And the best part is that you can trust that they have the authentic, actual products, not some of the counterfeit that's in the market. They also have a discount code for you to use. All you need to do in the checkout is add S15 and you get 15% off. You're welcome, everybody. Now on to today's topic about diet, about health, about food. Check it out. I've got here with me a familiar face. She was on the show a few months ago and she was talking to us about diet and nutrition and weight loss. And today we're getting back into that conversation of nutrition specifically. Her name is Shiru Macharia. She is a certified culinary nutrition expert and wellness coach. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
How have you been since
I've
you last
been well.
went?
Thank you.
I see the dreads are still looking gorgeous. This time of year, well, you know, beginning of the year, people often come strong with their weight and nutrition goals for 2019. You watch this space. What can you say about like that culture of diets, which have really been picking up, versus I guess just living a wholesome and healthy lifestyle?
I think people usually feel like when they go into a diet, they are pressing a restart button. Yes. They are psyching themselves to make better changes, to make healthier changes. But the thing with diets and dieting culture is that they are short-term. The goals that you give yourself is more or less short-term because you're thinking, I'll do this diet for this particular month, for this particular period of time. Yeah. And then once I achieve my goals, I go back to my way of living. Okay. As opposed to thinking, I will pick on new habits, better habits, sustainable habits that I can handle, that I can run with for the rest of my life. So instead of overwhelming yourself with one big change, like I'm not gonna do carbs anymore ever again, you could narrow or zero into a particular food group that is probably affecting you. Maybe you could say gluten or refined grain or white wheat or white bread. When you zero in on something that you know you can sustain, you are able to carry on the habit long term. Because the truth is you will go back to carbohydrates and carbs. You will go back to some form of sugar or sweetener. Exactly. So it's just a matter of thinking of it holistically and thinking of all the other habits that could support your weight loss, like sleep, exercise.
Okay. Less stress.
Less stress.
So in that case, how then should one go about it? You know, you talked about things like wheat, dairy, and these days there's a lot of talk about that, gluten and dairy and these things that we should stay away from. So how does one even know where to, should I have a gluten-free diet? Should I do less red meat? All these things that are coming out, how do we know which one works for us?
I always say there are 7 billion people on this earth, and you can bet there are 7 billion diets. You need to be able to know yourself, to listen to your body. When I started my health journey, I actually didn't know I was lactose intolerant, yet I was. It's after going through a period of, say, you can choose a particular food group that you feel or you suspect might be affecting you and stay away from it for like a week or 2 weeks and then see how you feel after you reintroduce. And if you still feel bloated, if you still feel tired, or actually note what you're feeling when you've removed that particular food group. Are you feeling energized? Are you feeling like your digestion is moving? Then you're able to tell. So it becomes a very personalized or customized process to you, so that there are people who are allergic to the oddest of things, even fruits, a particular fruit, and it just doesn't go with them. Some it's eggs, for some. So it's a very, very specific.
To listen to your body.
Exactly.
So you said something, you could be, you talked about being bloated. Are there other things that we should look out for that our body could be telling us? We may not even realize because we're so used to it. We just think it's okay to feel bloated all your life. So are there certain things that are, you know, certain ways in which our body reacts that we should now start paying attention to besides being bloated?
Yeah, it could be things like you're not going to the toilet as well.
Okay,
or
so
as,
like constipated.
like either you're constipated or you're just feeling tired, a certain fatigue that is not going away, and especially after that meal you just feel like you want to lie down. And even things like anxiety, you just feel like you're anxious, and this usually happens to people who are intolerant to caffeine. Like they take a bit of coffee or soda or anything that has caffeine and they just start feeling anxious and like a bit restless. You know, those are some of the things you could look out for. Even breakouts on your face.
Oh yeah, acne.
Yeah,
right.
acne, exactly. It's some form of acne, and actually most common type is aggravated through things that we put through our and
it's just our bodies showing us exactly what's going on.
It's not going
it's not
well
working.
with us.
It's not working. Okay, so let's go back into diets. I know it really is about like a healthy lifestyle, but there's some that if you do pick up, you might find that it really works, and it has worked for many people, that this works for me. And I want you to maybe highlight some of the top diets in the past couple of years, or even in 2018, the key like 3 or 4 diets, and break down what each one is about. Maybe we could start with the keto diet, because that's the one I heard a lot about last year.
Keto became really, really popular 2017 and 2018. And actually the interesting thing to note about keto is that it's been there for centuries. It's actually been there for a century. It's first started in 1920. And doctors used it as a form of diet to heal epileptic patients. Yeah, so and it worked. It really, really worked to help suppress those symptoms of epilepsy. And so it got sort of forgotten in the 40s or the 50s, and then the 60s and 70s it got picked up again because it was so effective in weight loss. Then it was so effective in dealing with cardiovascular diseases. Then it was so effective in dealing with diabetes and blood sugar issues. Then so it kind of, you know, there's always a trend and a cycle. Exactly.
So can you break down what the keto diet is about?
Keto diet is basically about high fat, low carbohydrate diet. So you reduce your sugars and carbohydrates and have more good fats and more protein. So good fat sources could be like cheese or avocado or nuts or seeds, or some form of like saturated meat, and then you just go really low on carbohydrates. But you can do some form of vegetables, but not the sugary fruits. So the thing with keto, it's really great.
No sugary fruits? Are you kidding me? Like this season, no mangoes?
No mango.
Watch me not eat mango this season.
No banana, none of that.
No, not for me. X that one.
Yeah, so you go really lean on sugar. And the thing with keto, it's awesome and it's amazing because the body now relies on ketones or fat as the main fuel of energy as opposed to sugars, right? So that's how come you burn the fat, because the body now switches gears to now burning ketones or fats as a form of energy. But I'll say one thing about keto, that it needs to be administered in a way that you already have some good knowledge on how to do it. Because I see on social media that there's a bit of misinformation on what you can and can't do, and guys are really going deep into processed meats and as a way of saying, you know, I'm getting in the extra fat and I'm getting in the extra protein. But in doing that, you could actually be bringing in more toxins in the forms of preservatives and all these other things. So with every diet, have good knowledge. Before you go into it, research as much as you can.
Okay, let's talk about another one.
Whole30.
Whole30, let's do that.
Whole30 is really good. Whole30 just basically says remove the grains, remove the sugars, remove the legumes, and just focus on just you know, the whole array of vegetables and fruits and good meats, and also remove the dairy. So basically, the focus is to give your digestive system a sort of a break. Like, take it easy.
Yeah.
Do foods that are easier on your digestive system to heal the inflammation, to heal any gut irritation that has been going on because of the grains and the legumes and all these things you've been doing. So it's really awesome. Just for 30 days you do that, because it's, I mean, think about it. To remove all those things for the entire lifetime may be very, very difficult.
Oh, so this is specific to 30 days.
Just that. That's called Whole 30.
So when you said remove the grains,
Yes.
that means like rice, beans. So
Rice,
so literally it almost
wheat.
feels like plant-based. Is it?
It almost feels like plant-based, but you can't do good meat. You can't do organic meat.
Oh, so that's like chicken,
Yes.
fish.
You can
No
do
red meat?
eggs. You can do red meat, but it needs to be lean.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wow. So whole 30, and you do it for 30 days, and it's supposed to like give your system a break.
exactly.
Interesting.
And it really works. It clears your skin. It gives you that energy. And I'm actually a fan of it because it's specific. It's just for a period of time. So yes, you can call it a diet, but after 30 days, you kind of feel rejuvenated now to introduce things slowly. And in fact, it's a perfect way, because we were talking about how do you know what you're allergic to? That's a perfect way of going about it.
And how often should one do it in a year?
I'd say not more maybe than 3 times, but please consult it, especially if you're doing it because of a medical reason. Always consult.
Amen to that. There's one more that I want us to touch on. It's called intermittent fasting that I've been hearing about. I heard about it quite a bit last year and more this year as well. Can you break down what that is?
So intermittent fasting is not a diet, and actually it's not.
Then what? Okay.
Yeah, guys are doing it as a diet, but it's not a diet. And I actually did a whole YouTube video about it because there were so many questions about intermittent fasting. It's not a diet. It's part of a lifestyle. It can be part of a lifestyle. And fasting has been there for centuries. You know that.
Yeah. But you know, I only used to hear fasting from a spiritual perspective. So when someone said it, I was like, you're fasting so you can lose. Like, I thought it was like they were going to pray about it and fast. I didn't. It took a while for me to be like, no, it's the timings of when you eat versus
exactly.
You know.
So it's just basically that. It's basically meal timing. It is abstaining for food for a specific period of time in your day for a particular reason. And in this case, for intermittent fasting, it's for health reasons or weight loss reasons. And intermittent fasting is fantastic because number one, it doesn't remove you from, say, a particular food group. It's not very restrictive. You can go back to your grains, your foods, your whole foods, but you do it in a particular period of time, and you give your body the time to fully digest, then to do its detox work, and then now to start going into the fat stores to get your energy. So with the rule with intermittent fasting, and where you can begin from, is say fast for 16 hours and eat for 8 hours. So think when you're going to work. You go to work at 8, you come out at 5. So maybe that's the period you eat.
Oh, that's a period you eat?
Yes, that's
between
8 and 5 p.m. So just giving as an example, but people do it at different intervals, but it's about 8 hours, and that's a great place to start because it's doable. To eat between 8 and 5 p.m. is not too bad.
No, I mean, okay.
Yeah, and then so by the time you go to bed, because I think one of the mistakes people do and what actually leads to a lot of weight gain is you eat too close to bedtime. So your body now needs to deal with the digesting, and then stores that fat, and then now begins all the other work of repairing your body. So by the time you wake up, you're not feeling fully rested because your body was digesting all the heavy stuff.
So can you drink water then?
Yes.
During that time?
Oh yes, you should drink water.
Okay.
You should drink water, exactly. And it's a wonderful way of assisting your body to cleanse.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
So there's been a lot of talk about going plant-based. I mean, even Beyonce did a challenge of like, I don't know, meatless Mondays, or, just trying to really focus on plant-based. And I guess for her, it was also about driving the conversation around conserving the environment. What are your thoughts on that? I've also seen videos about like women who are in their 70s and 80s and they look like they're 35 years old, and she's like, I've been vegan all for half my life.
Exactly.
So what are your thoughts on like being plant-based or vegan or vegetarian, just eliminating the meats in general.
I'm a big fan of plants. That's why my forum, my website, my Instagram is My Planted Kitchen.
Yeah.
I am a big fan of eating mostly plants most of the time. Actually, that's my food philosophy. Eat mostly plants most of the time.
Do fruits constitute as plants?
Yes, they do.
Okay.
So do nuts and seeds and all these things.
Okay.
And it's a fantastic way of just getting in more nutrition.
Okay.
And studies upon studies have been done, and they've seen people who eat more plants are healthier.
Right.
Yeah, they're healthier. They are stronger. They've got more energy in their day.
Yeah.
Their digestive systems on point. Their gut microbiome. I mean, it's truly beneficial to eat more plants. But the thing with vegan is, I'll say it's fine, and especially for somebody who has allergies to certain proteins, they're just allergic to too much protein, they will totally benefit from something like that. But then there are vitamins or nutrients that are found in meat that if you're not careful, you'll be deficient. And when you notice you're deficient, it may be too late. And that's the case with vegans. And most
you
of
can't
them,
supplement them with another.
you can.
Okay.
You can supplement. So the particular vitamin I'm talking about is vitamin B12.
Okay.
That's found in eggs and fish and cheese and all these dairy or animal-based products. So you might end up taking a capsule every single day so that you're not deficient of B12. So people need to be aware of that.
Okay.
And other natural sources which are very rare of B12, plant-based sources of B12 are like nutritional yeast, which is quite expensive. Seaweed, nori, wakame, kombu.
That's what, you know, like a lot of the Asian community, like, no wonder they're just so healthy. And like, it really is so, it's so like, you know, they do the seaweed, they do the fish and a lot of seafood. It just is very clean versus a lot of the processed, processed foods that we're eating now. Okay, so now we have to take a break, but when we come back, we're going to break it down and you'll show us exactly what we should be leaving out and what we should be taking into our system. So we'll be back in a moment. Welcome back, everybody. We're at Parkinn by Radisson, and I've got Shiru Macharia, a certified culinary nutrition expert, and we've been talking all things diet and healthy lifestyle and healthy living. Isn't that right?
Yeah.
If you did not know, by the way, she has a YouTube channel and she uploads twice a week. My Planted Kitchen. My Planted Kitchen. Check her out. And for now, I guess we're going to now break down the do's and the don'ts, the options that we have when it comes to eating. But before we even like jump into that, I have to ask, you know, earlier we were talking about some of the things that your body might, some of the ways your body might react, you know, the bloatedness, the anxiety, the fatigue. And I wanted to ask, are there certain food groups of foods that we could be eating that our bodies may have a hard time processing? And sure, it's different for everyone. But are there those things that we should then be like, you know, watch out for this, watch out for that, watch out?
Yeah, I'll just go to the common ones.
Okay,
The common ones are gluten.
Okay.
Gluten is basically the proteins that are found in wheat or grains.
Okay.
It's the stickiness of you know, when you're doing chapati and that stickiness, that is gluten.
That's so tasty. And bread as well.
Bread, exactly. But many times that gluten irritates the gut.
Okay.
It goes, because we have a gut lining and it has the villi that do the, you know, that absorb the food. It irritates that. So it compromises how you take in your nutrients. And actually a lot more kids are becoming more and more gluten intolerant. And
why is that?
I think it's just the lifestyle. It's just the way we are over processing very early, exactly, and we're doing it in excess, like everyday bread or everyday this or everyday that. So you need to, and actually you'll find gluten in all sorts of things, even chewing gum. People don't think chewing gum has gluten. It's got gluten. And if you start to narrow in and look at sources of gluten, you find there are too many, and that's why we're becoming more and more intolerant. Another common one is dairy.
Okay. Yeah.
People actually don't know that 65% of the world population, and studies have been done, 65% of the world population is lactose intolerant. And I'm in that group. When I take dairy or cheese, I immediately feel bloated. I immediately feel like my system is moving slower. You find a lot of kids as well introduce milk and they have a sort of a reaction.
Right.
So you need to hold it off a while longer.
Yeah.
And it's actually a lot of people, they don't know, they just live with it.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
and there are many alternatives. You know, people think I need the dairy to get calcium, but there's so many other sources of calcium. Spinach has got calcium.
Oh, wow.
Oranges have got calcium.
Right.
Like there's
Right.
so
Yeah.
many foods that will give you the calcium. You don't need to take your body through that.
Right.
And also there are other nut milks like
Okay.
almond milk.
Ah.
And I did a YouTube video recently on how to do almond milk. So
How to
guys,
make your own almond
yeah,
milk.
you can make your own almond milk at home.
Really? And
Yeah.
almond milk can be expensive.
It can be. So you
that's
save
really good.
costs,
Yeah.
and then you know what exactly is going into your almond milk.
Right.
Another one is caffeine. And we spoke about caffeine.
Right.
And many people, some people are okay with caffeine. Some are a bit intolerant to it. You take caffeine, you immediately either a headache.
Right. Or even stomach issues.
Exactly.
Right.
Or your blood is, or your heart is racing.
Right.
Or you're not sleeping properly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you need to check. And caffeine is not just tea and coffee. Think your chocolate.
Okay,
Some chocolate
green
has
tea?
caffeine. Green tea has got caffeine.
Okay.
Coke.
Okay.
You know,
right,
sodas have
right.
got caffeine. So those are some of the common ones people need to look out for. Yeah.
That's really good. Okay,
Yeah.
so now I think let's break down some of the things that you've got here.
Yes.
That we should be having more of in our home. And then you can
Exactly.
say what it could replace.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we've got oats here.
Okay.
Oats are a wonderful grain that you could replace wheat with.
Okay.
Some oats types, many of the oat types are actually gluten-free, or they are very low in gluten, which is good for, you know, just soothing your gut.
Yeah.
And you can actually bake with oats. I have another video where I bake just with oats, and I don't use any flour, just oats, and I make a banana bread.
No.
Yes, it's totally doable.
I'm gonna try to check that out because I have a banana bread recipe that I've been using.
Yeah.
But I use like a brown flour or something like that.
Yeah, the white wheat flour.
So yeah, exactly. And I think I'm being healthy. So I guess we can take it up a notch.
You can take it up, and it's full of fiber, it's full of protein. It will make you
Right.
feel fuller for longer. And then I'm going to show you a recipe on how
Okay.
to do overnight oats.
Oh, let's do that. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and you can actually, so to help you prep ahead
Yeah.
and make sure you have something healthy.
Yeah.
This is a make ahead meal. You
Okay.
can make it a night before, a
Yeah,
day before, so that
right.
you're sure you're sorted. And it's very simple. My goodness, it's so simple.
Okay, let's see this.
Eating healthy and living healthy can be so simple.
If you plan, that's the
If
thing
you
though.
plan.
Because otherwise it could be so convenient to just go down and
Exactly.
just get that mandazi real quick and
Yeah.
have it with your tea and you're like,
Yeah.
you're done. But it's the planning that gets you.
Exactly. And this is chia.
Chia seeds.
Chia seeds, and chia seeds are actually quite high in calcium, quite high in good fats, omega-3, good for your heart, and high in fiber.
Okay.
So this, you remember we're talking about dairy and calcium.
Alternatives.
Yeah, there you go.
So that's about a teaspoon.
That's about a teaspoon of
Okay.
chia seeds. So you've
Okay.
got your oat, you've got your chia seeds.
Yeah.
And then you need to spice it up a little bit.
Ooh.
So these are just spices. I've mixed this. It's like a mixed spice.
Okay.
This is cinnamon. Smells amazing, huh?
It smells so good.
Yeah, cinnamon, ginger, and cloves.
Uh-huh.
And a little bit of salt.
Okay.
Just to make it taste nice, because most people are like, oh, healthy food can taste so horrible. It can taste what you make it taste.
Yeah.
And then this is coconut milk as a replacement for the dairy.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can use coconut milk, you can use rice milk, you
Okay.
can use almond milk, and then so you add that in. This is about a cup.
Okay.
Nice and creamy. It actually makes it taste amazing. And then all you do is shake it.
Shake it. I'll help
Just
you
shake
here.
it. And then we're gonna, so this recipe is an apple cinnamon overnight oats.
What? There's more to this?
Yeah, there's more to this.
Well, apple and cinnamon, the best.
Oh yes, that is a match made in heaven.
Yeah. I think that's all mixed.
Yeah, it's all good. And then you just chop like half an apple
Okay.
with the skin on. You can remove the skin if you want it. But you know what? The skin actually carries a lot of nutrients, right?
Yeah, that's true.
When you see color on a fruit, just know those are that's goodness right there. It's called beta carotene. Yeah, and different colors have different properties and different nutrients.
Okay.
Yeah. So you just chop that up.
So color, you're supposed to look for color.
Look out for color. So we've just chopped half an apple, okay?
Yes.
And we're gonna add our apple into the overnight oats.
Okay.
And this is more fiber, more goodness. It'll make you feel fuller for longer. and you're getting your one in a day. You know, WHO released, you know, a new set of nutrition rules, nutrition guidelines.
Yeah.
Take your 5 a day, fruits and vegetables. So you actually take
5,
note.
I think
5 a day.
5 portions.
Yeah, 5 portions
like-
of fruit and veggie a day.
Okay.
So this is your one.
Right, because the apple is there.
Exactly.
Got it.
Yeah. So there you have it. You put this in your fridge. That's why
Yeah.
it's called overnight oats. You put it in the fridge for minimum 8 hours, 6 to 8 hours. So
Yeah.
overnight is perfect.
Okay.
In the morning, you warm it up. and
Warm
you've
it.
Got,
Oh, this is
yeah.
warm.
We have warmed it.
Wait, how did that happen? Was it warm the whole time?
And you just have this amazing creamy overnight oats that's just fantastic.
Okay.
Very filling breakfast, and you can actually pour more milk if you want it more runny. Some guys like it, you know, a bit firm.
And this is something you can give your child too.
Oh
right?
yes,
Yeah?
absolutely. I give my kids overnight oats, and I do peanut butter, banana overnight oats, strawberry overnight oats, and yeah.
You really
so-
just have fun with it.
Yeah.
Huh? Okay, so let's do the taste test. And I'm
Okay.
going to be honest if it's
Yes,
okay, I'll
please
very
be honest.
I'll be like, guys, it's rough out here. I'm eating healthy. Or I'll tell you if it's good, okay?
Yeah, yeah.
Bon appetit.
Bon appetit.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
First of all, the apple with the cinnamon, and
Cinnamon.
all the spices that went in there.
Oh, it's fantastic.
It's really
You
good.
can feel the warmness of the cloves and the ginger.
And really what you're doing is you're serving yourselves, right? Earlier during the break, I was explaining how I watched something recently and
Yeah.
it completely transformed how I look at food, which is to ask yourself, is it serving yourselves or serving your soul right before you're about to eat something?
Exactly.
So this is what I'm feeling like. I'm just like, my cells are like,
Yeah. And your
so-
soul is happy because this is comfort food right here. So we're redefining comfort food, and
love
that's
it.
amazing.
Okay.
And then with the leftover apple as a snack, because most people struggle with snack.
Right.
They're wondering, what do I eat? Like, you know, you end up grabbing your crisps and your...
Like after a meal and you just want something sweet.
Exactly.
You know?
So you don't waste the apple,
Okay.
okay? So when you're shopping for your veggies, think of more than one way to use what you're buying.
Okay.
So we've used the apple for our overnight oats. We will use the same apple for our snack. And this is very, very simple. You can just chop it up into like strips, okay? Like that. And what you'll do is you'll get some peanut butter, just fresh,
I love this
amazing.
hack.
Yeah. Just good peanut butter.
Yeah.
You know, just also read the label. Make sure it doesn't have a lot of additives, yeah?
I mean, there's one that was even banned the other day.
Yes.
A brand that was banned because it had too much of something. So be careful.
Yeah,
with,
be careful.
yeah.
Just get somebody who just does pure peanut butter, and the most they add is honey. And a lot of
Right.
whole food sections in the supermarkets actually crush their peanut butter right there.
Right,
at the
you
sink.
see it.
Exactly, and
Yeah,
that's amazing.
yeah.
And you grab an apple,
Oh, this is one of my favorites, by the way.
and you just
And you dip. It's
exactly.
okay if we double dip.
Yeah, it's okay.
Apple and peanut butter.
Apple and peanut butter.
Really is the best snack.
So simple.
My fear is that I can overdo this though. I'll just be like, oh, mama, I'll not stop.
Just carry half an apple and about a tablespoon of peanut butter. That's enough. That's a portion.
No, this for sure. First of all, that peanut butter is really good.
Yeah, it's
Because there's
yeah.
sometimes it's no, but surely there's something. No,
No,
is there nothing?
Nothing else.
Because it feels better than the last time I had like just pure peanut butter. I was just like, this is struggles also.
Because it
This
was
is
bitter,
struggles.
yeah.
I was like, what am I doing? Okay, so that's good. So I see here we've got butternut. How do we use this? Or how do we go about this?
So to replace like fried foods or fried like potatoes and stuff,
Okay.
what I do is I chop it up and I roast it in the oven. And I have that, you know, it's roasted, it's like crunchy and crispy on the outside, and it's, you know, salted nicely with, you know.
Right.
And I have that as my fries
Okay.
with food, instead of just doing the usual way. Just
Chips,
do, yeah,
potatoes, bhajias.
exactly. So you do something different, and it's very delicious.
Yeah.
Alternatively, I could chop them up into cubes
Yeah.
and cook it as a curry.
Okay.
as a warming curry. You know, for people who are trying to do less meat, remember
Yeah,
plant-based?
yeah.
So you chop this up into cubes and you use that as the main ingredient for your curry. Absolutely fantastic.
Okay. Lovely. What fruit is this?
This is a thorn melon, okay? And it's very common in Kenya.
I've seen it before. Never. I'm so curious to see what it looks like on the inside. I don't know if I've ever seen it before. Let's just clear this up a little.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. So
Thorn melon.
it's a thorn melon, and this is how it looks like on the inside.
That looks like
an exotic fruit
Yeah,
from
no,
like somewhere.
it's like it was in the days of like Game of Thrones and I don't know, like
No, I
This
know,
looks
right?
like Khaleesi snack.
But that tells you it carries. It's very potent.
So what is it? You said
One of the highest sources of vitamin C. One of the highest fruits that one of the fruits that have the highest amount of vitamin C.
I've got to taste this.
Please
You said
do.
where do you find it? I don't know.
In the market, I actually bought this at the market. You know, just farmers market.
Yeah.
And it was not expensive. Just try it.
Right.
So what I do?
Not passion fruit, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, it's not passion fruit. Flat.
Interesting. I want to taste it again. I want some more.
It's like a flat tone, right?
Yeah.
It's just
I was waiting
there.
for like a burst of
like citrus or
passion.
No, it's very mild. It's
just there.
What I do is that I add it in my smoothies.
Smart.
Yes. With such fruits that are a bit difficult to eat,
right.
I add them in my smoothie.
So you still get the nutrients,
Exactly.
but you're masking it with like a banana,
peanut butter,
and you're
mango.
getting it. Actually, smoothies are the
Exactly.
real secret. Really.
I'm telling you, I have smoothies every day, and this is my other main ingredient in my smoothies. Spinach, super high in calcium, super high in chlorophyll and antioxidant, all the good things that will make your skin glow.
It's in there.
It's in
so like
there.
How many leaves of spinach would you have?
Just about that. This is
that's
just
like
one
4,
portion.
3.
Just about 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay,
yeah.
4.
Yeah.
4. And you're good to go.
And you're good to go.
This has been so lovely.
You're
This has been so lovely.
welcome.
And I suspect we'll have you back again. At this time, we'll focus on like snacks for children.
Oh yeah,
Because if you're a parent and you've ever tried to like bring in a new snack that's healthy into the system and been rejected heavily, you know you're going to need all the tips.
Okay.
So we'll definitely have you back for that. But
I'd love that. Thank you
This
so
has
much.
been lovely.
Yeah.
And thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us thus far. We have another segment for you, but this time round, we are getting actual tips for quick and easy meals you can make and maybe even carry to the office so that you're still having healthy options throughout the day. Thanks again, Shiru. We'll be back in a moment. So for the last segment, we're going to give you guys healthy, easy, quick, but super tasty meals that you guys can make at home. And for this segment, I've gotten the expert, the real guy, the one who knows, who does this for a living. His name is Joseph Wahome, and he's the chef de partie here at Parkinn by Radisson. So,
thank you.
Joseph, welcome. First of all, I feel like I'm the one who should be saying thank you because we're about to get some tasty meals. But maybe you could start by sharing the first meal. What is it that we're going to make?
Okay, we're going to make a cold starter.
Okay.
This is beef pastrami with guacamole or crushed avocado and some pickled carrots with some mustard sauce.
Okay, let's get to it.
So
Our hands are clean, so we can just start.
Yeah. So we get the beef pastrami.
Yeah.
Took 2 portions for a good number.
Okay.
Yeah. So you assemble the beef pastrami.
Uh-huh.
So you put the crushed avocado
Okay.
on top.
Yeah.
Depending on how much you love the avocado.
Yeah.
I'm an avocado lover, so I'll put a good quantity.
Okay.
Then you roll it. You ensure you cover it and you tighten it up.
Okay.
Yeah. That way. Better. As it's resting,
Yeah.
we do our salad. This is the base.
Okay.
You can
The
use some
salad
lettuce.
base.
Yeah. Some lettuce,
Uh-huh.
the carrots,
Pickled carrots, right?
pickled carrots.
Okay.
Just a small quantity. Then now you can trim your avocado with the pastrami, beef.
So just to be clear, what is
Yeah.
pastrami beef?
Pastrami, it's beef that has been smoked.
Okay.
Yeah.
Smoked beef. And then
Yeah.
cut into like thin slices.
Thin slices with
Okay.
a cutter. So I'll do 2.
Okay.
One and another nice one.
Yeah, that looks good.
This one. We place it there. Then we use the mustard dressing. You can do rounds. And now you can use your beetroot puree. Add some
Oh, and that one you heated it, didn't you?
Yeah,
Okay.
I heated it a little bit. Beetroot is very healthy.
Yeah.
That's why I consider it in my meal.
Yeah. And how did you make the beetroot puree?
You just boil the beetroots,
Yeah.
add a little bit of sugar,
Okay.
and then you blend it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, those are those little tricks that make the plate look super fancy.
Yes, then you remove the cutter.
Look at that, a work of art. And let me tell you, from what I've heard, the more colorful the plate,
The healthier the
the
meal.
healthier the meal.
Yeah.
So this already looks like you're winning. So I'm going to put this aside and we'll come and taste it after we've made all the other meals.
It's okay.
So what's the second meal?
Okay, I'm going to do some chili prawns
Oh,
with some salad, mixed salad.
let's do it.
So you marinate. I put some lemon. So
On
just
the prawns.
Yeah.
And these are just
4.
four
prawns.
prawns. Okay.
Yeah. And black pepper.
So salt and pepper.
Yeah. I had put some lemon.
Okay.
My pan had been heated up.
And what? And you just added some oil to
Yeah,
it?
olive oil.
Olive oil.
Yeah.
Healthy fats, everybody. Olive oil.
And this is my secret, my marination.
Oh, you know I'm going to ask you what that secret is.
Let's continue. So I'm pan-frying the prawns.
Okay. So,
Can you guess?
well,
Yes. I'll give you the secret.
You're gonna
get
get-
2
okay.
ingredients. I'll give you the secret.
if I get, oh no, okay, there's garlic.
There's garlic.
Whew. And there's, garlic and mustard.
Yes.
Oh, whoa,
So let's
there we go.
continue.
No.
Okay,
There
garlic,
we go. Mustard.
lemon juice, light soy, dark soy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it brings out that flavor, that nice flavor.
Okay, and how long do we cook the prawns for?
3 minutes on each side.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but my pan was heated up, so they're almost ready. I'll add my sauce, the
Okay.
sweet chili sauce, and then we'll be good to go. As the prawns are getting ready, we move to our second presentation.
Oh, and I see the beetroot comes into play once again.
Yes,
I'll
the
get this
color.
out of your way, yeah. Color and health and the nutrients, right?
Yes. So we can start assembling the. This is just mixed salad.
Okay. I can see here capsicum,
Carrots.
onions, carrots.
And
Yeah,
all,
that's
yeah.
it.
So I'll just line it up here.
Symmetry.
Symmetry.
Make sure these are okay.
Then we do the sauce. This is the sweet chili sauce.
Uh-huh. Oh, wow.
Some bullet chili, some ketchup, a touch of Tabasco.
Real chili.
Real chili. Very nice. This is a hot starter.
Okay.
Then we do a little bit of parsley to kill the red color. That's chopped parsley.
Okay. To do what? To kill the red color.
Yeah.
Ah.
At least some green.
Oh,
it's
to
colorful.
add. Right,
Yeah.
right.
So let's split it up.
If only you guys could smell what I'm smelling. But you can, I guess, if you make it at home.
Yes, it's something. It's a meal you can make at home.
And it's so easy. It's so easy. Let me ask, when you have a lot of this beetroot puree, where do you store? Can you store it in the fridge?
Yes.
For
yes,
how
you
long?
can for 3 days.
Look at that. This
For
took
3
like what,
days.
4 minutes? I mean, it was easy.
It was
Quick.
really fast and it's healthy.
And it
It's,
looks
prawns are the
good.
seafood.
Right, and it's going back to like the healthy, conscious, like living, really. Okay, so I'll place the second one aside and we can jump into the third one. So what are we doing now?
We are doing the grilled red snapper fillet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I just heated my grill,
And
put some oil.
Olive oil, right?
So we season the fish.
Okay, with salt.
Pepper, I had already put some lemon
Okay.
in advance so that it can infuse inside. Black pepper. And still, our marination.
Ah, so it doubles up.
Yes, it's a seafood marination.
Okay.
Yes.
So would you say that the key to not just healthier but tasty food is also in the spices?
It's also in the not
marination, or
even
what
yeah,
is
the marination. You don't have to use spices.
Okay.
You can just use a nice marination,
Yeah.
and they're good to go.
Okay.
Yes. So my fish is ready.
Okay. And the pan has to be hot. Oh, the grill has to be hot.
The
Okay.
grill has to be hot
And we
because
cook-
when you place it on a cold grill, it's
Yeah.
going to stick. And you also have to give it time.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we cook for how long?
Fish, as long as you have grilled it 7 minutes, and it will be okay.
7 minutes on each side, or like?
No, as long as you
Oh,
have grilled it
total.
7 minutes
Okay.
in the oven or in the salamander,
Yeah.
it's going to be ready.
Look at that.
You have to put some oil because
Okay.
now my pan is cold. Prevent it from sticking.
Okay.
Just a touch.
Oh, so the grill, so that acts like an oven, doesn't it?
Yes.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you take it from the grill for like 2-3 minutes.
Yes.
And then you put it in the oven.
Yeah.
Ah.
For like 7 minutes. 11 minutes fish is always ready.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it doesn't have to take long. You order for fish, 15 minutes maximum.
You're good.
You're
And
good.
fish is one of the most nutrient dense,
Yeah.
nutrient dense or nutritious meats actually.
Yes.
So, shall we start the plating, or do we wait for that to?
Yeah.
Wait.
So I had already made my sweet potato. Sweet
What is
potato
that?
mash.
Oh, I love
I added
that.
some veg stock. You can even add some more.
Wait, so how do you make sweet potato mash? How did you do
You
it?
boil the potatoes.
Yeah.
Then if it's at home, you can mash with a wooden spoon.
Yeah.
But us, we have a masher.
Yeah, yeah.
So we mash it to this consistency.
Right.
But
So
now-
it ends up looking almost like pasta.
Yes.
Interesting. So all you do is boil and then mash. Do you add anything like the way
No,
with the other?
we'll add when we are finishing off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I know with like mashed potatoes, sometimes they add butter.
No, it's a healthy meal.
Cheese,
You
but
can
this
just
is a
add some,
healthy option.
Yeah, a veg stock. It will
Vegetable stock.
Be, yeah, it will be okay to go. I want it running.
Wait. Okay, Joseph. Right now, that's water.
No,
Is that
it's-
water?
I've extracted some. I put some veggies and then I've extracted it. No, it's here.
What?
Yes,
Oh,
it's clear veg stock.
yeah.
Yeah.
So is that how you're supposed to heat up like any kind of mash, whether it's sweet potato?
No, it
Or-
depends. Us,
Okay.
we use the cream and butter
Okay.
because now we are doing healthy living.
But now it's healthy.
Yeah, so you're going to just use some veg stock. We consider the people who don't like butter and cream.
Okay.
You season it up. Little
Salt.
bit salt.
And a
Some
little
black
bit
pepper.
of pepper.
Yes. And it should be good to go. Check on our fish. Nice. You can see it.
Oh, look at that.
So we give it time as we attend to other meals. Let's do the veggies.
Okay, so now you want to start on the vegetables.
Yes. It's fine. Then we do the veggies. I have its sauce. This is bisque.
What is that?
Bisque. It's prawns shell and lobster shells.
And that makes that.
Yeah, you reduce it. It
Wow.
makes this. It's very nice and very tasty. You'll have to taste it. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a
So
very-
what would be an alternative if we're at home and we don't have lobster shell?
You can do lemon butter. You can do tomato
Okay.
concasse or tomato fondue.
Okay.
for your fish.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's boiling.
So you're trying to get that to thicken up again? Is that it,
No,
or no?
I just don't want it to stick it down.
Okay.
Yeah. So we can use our veggies.
Yeah.
Put it in our stock. Told you to add some stock there.
Yeah.
We don't do the tomatoes. They're going to overcook.
Ah.
So you'll just do them direct.
So you put them back in the stock.
Yeah, to heat them up.
To heat
because
them
they
up.
were here.
Ah.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if you had just done the stock, which is essentially just boiling them,
Yes.
then you would just take them out and put them into that
into the pan.
Into the pan. Okay.
Yeah. Roughly a minute.
Yeah.
You don't overcook veggies.
Yeah.
Overcooked veggies are boring. So I'll clear my stock. I've already used it.
And actually, overcooking takes out the nutrients, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's olive oil.
Okay. Nice and hot. I'm going to mix this one up for you.
Yes, thank you. Cook it on both
That
sides.
looks good already.
Can continue with our veggies.
Okay.
We season them up. Salt. Black pepper. That's all. No butter, no nothing.
Okay.
And I think we can start plating.
Okay. And the tomatoes, or we'll just have the cherry tomatoes as is?
Yeah, cherry tomatoes, they can be put at the last minute.
Oh, the last
to
minute, so
prevent
we
it
will
from
cook.
overcooking.
Okay.
Yeah. So I get my plate. Yes, thank you.
Okay. Already that smells so good. So good.
That should be enough. Can you put now our cherry tomatoes? Our sauce is ready.
Okay.
You can do it on the side. I prefer it on the side.
Okay. Lovely.
Now we start assembling our veggies one by one. I'll do it at the middle. And color coordinate them.
Oh, that's pretty. Now cherry tomatoes.
Yes. Halved.
Oh, I love that. Perfect.
Yes. So we can place our fish.
Hot.
On the top.
Lovely. So now the dish is ready.
The dish is ready.
Right.
You can do it with the bisque sauce, or
Okay.
you can place it on top.
Okay, so now we're
Yes.
going to clear this place up,
Yeah.
line it up, and then we'll do the taste test. Here comes my favorite part, the taste test. Actually, I'm just going to get myself ready. Okay, so now we start with this. What was this again? What did you-
Beef pastrami.
Beef
with
pastrami.
crushed avocado and
Okay.
the mustard sauce.
Ah,
Yeah.
right. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. And the key to really enjoying such a meal is to make sure you try and get everything in that one bite. Wow, that's really good.
It's an easy
Really
dish
good.
to make. Yeah? Yeah.
Perfect.
Thank
On to
you.
the prawns. I've been eyeing those prawns from the moment we put them down. I was like, oh, I can't wait.
Yeah.
Okay. And this was like chili prawns,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh. Okay, a little bit of veggies in that one bite. A little bit of the beetroot sauce.
Beetroot puree, yeah.
That is it.
Yeah, nice.
That is it. Wow. And yet that took the short, I mean, it took as much time as this, which is like 3-5 minutes.
So it's a
Perfect.
simple meal. And very, very tasty.
Okay.
Yep.
So we have one more.
The grilled red snapper with the sweet potato mash.
Okay. I'm just gonna push everything aside and bring this one closer to me. Okay. Taste test. This looks so good. I want this nicely charred part. Fish is so tender. Perfect. Okay, mash. Ooh. No, it keeps getting better. It keeps getting better the further along we go.
Yeah.
I'm not wasting a single bit. This was so good.
Yeah.
And yet it took such a short amount of time to create.
Yeah.
A nice way to spice things up, and also it's the month of love, right? So February is around the corner. If you want to like spoil someone, easy to make. You now know the recipe. Thank you so much, Joseph. This is lovely.
Welcome anytime.
And thank you guys for watching. I'm sorry I'm talking to you with food in my mouth. I have a tip for you, an S tip. So don't go anywhere. But for now, thank you to Parkinn. Thank you so much for taking time and showing us this. Love you and leave you with the S tips. One of my least favorite things is when I have to throw out food. I hate it. It hurts my soul and my pocket. So a quick tip for you is if you have any extra fruits, maybe they're starting to go bad and you just don't think you'll be able to finish it in time, then cut them up and put them in little containers and store them in your freezer so that next time you're making a smoothie, all you need to do is empty the cup into the blender and voila, here's your smoothie. First of all, it even makes your work easier because you don't have to cut it up. And second, you don't get to waste food, right? Because no one wants to do that. It hurts us everywhere. And then also, remember, now that we're talking health, wellness, make sure to check out my Dawa because they have a bunch of supplements and wellness products that you can just use to sort of up your diet and your meal plan and your healthy living in general. Check them out on Google Play. If you have that, you can just download it, or you can just check out their website, which is what I like to do. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching. Have a fabulous rest of the day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.